But I refused to rely solely on the American microphone police, so I went ahead and recorded a few tests with the SM7b at different distances, as well as with and without the cloud lifter, or in my case, the FET head, to demonstrate what kind of benefit you can get from setting the SM7b up properly. So let's go ahead and jump back to that right now. Here is the first demonstration that I wanted to run. Currently, I'm about a foot, maybe a foot and a half away from the SM7b. I am connected directly to the 18i20, and my gain is set at 100%, and we're hitting around negative 24 to negative 18 dB. So simply put, this is way too quiet of a setup. Now I am at the exact same distance, but I have put the FET head in line, turned on the 48 volts phantom power, and I have increased my gain to about 2 o'clock on the 18i20, and here is how it sounds about a foot and a half away from my mouth. Next up, I have removed the FET head from the signal chain, and I have turned off 48 volts phantom power, and increased my gain to 100% on the 18i20, and here is the hiss that you should be hearing. And the main difference here is, instead of being 1 to 1.5 feet away from the microphone, I am just a few inches from the end of it. You can tell you are getting a much healthier signal-to-noise ratio. You are also getting that more robust and warm low end, but here's how it sounds without a FET head in line. And lastly, I have now put the FET head in line again, turned on 48 volts phantom power, and I was able to decrease the gain on the 18i20 to about 12 o'clock, and here is the hiss you will get in this type of scenario. And with those quick demonstrations out of the way, you can tell that the addition or removal of the FET head or the cloud lift uplifter had a very minuscule effect on the overall sound quality, especially when we compare it to having the SM7b close to your mouth or a foot and a half away. So in summary, the moral of the story is, instead of trashing a piece of gear for being an absolute waste of money based on setting it up incorrectly, learn the gear that you have, find out how to best set it up and get the best sound out of it, and then if you still dislike the sound, more power to you. Make all the bad videos you want about it. That's your opinion, and that's your prerogative. But trashing a piece of gear because you aren't getting the sound that you want out of it because you unfortunately set it up incorrectly seems a bit disingenuous, or at the very least, a bit misleading.